What's up, Gemini? Welcome. It's going to be a quick reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any placement, third house, however you want to watch, however it resonates. But yeah, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. This is a new channel. You may have seen me from some old channels before, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. Just want to do a quick read on the eclipse energy, kind of a before after. We're going to use the before and after tarot, and I'm using some dirt gems for some, plant guidance, because our lunar eclipse was in Pisces and this one's going to be in Virgo, which if you put Gemini on the ascendant, then, that puts Virgo in your fourth house. So, Virgo is an earth energy. It's very grounded. It's about health. It's about well-being. It's about the attention to details, and so many other things. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. But that is definitely what guided me to this dirt gem deck. And with that, don't just jump right in and see what's going on with you. Hope you're doing well. Taking care of yourself, mind, body, spirit, soul, all those things. For Gemini, please. What were the energies before the eclipse? Nine of Swords. Eight of Swords in reverse. And the Queen of Wands. Whoa, that's some rough energy, Gemini. What in? We have the Two of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Four Swords on the bottom. You're stuck, Gemini. You were stuck, at least before the eclipse. Now, you may have had someone who was trying to help you out, or I'm not sure if the... You were stuck, but you came out of it or something before the Pisces eclipse, it looks like. Whatever it was, something in your mind, something with your thoughts, something that had you up at night, something that, caused a lot of anguish, a lot of pain. But you were out of it. It looks like before we moved into this energy, whoever this is resonating with, it looks like you were feeling a very stuck, bound, almost, this almost looks like somebody who feels like they were in prison or in prison. But you were in the process of letting something go, but it's like you're still maybe healing. Yeah. Healing. You were healing. Successful healing. Looks like that might be what's coming. Let's see. Where is this going after? And then we'll kind of get into this. Oh, I did this again. One of these in here. 4 cups. That's a message. Boredom. This is somebody that's keeping themselves locked up. It's like It wasn't you before, but it is you now. This is the trauma, the after. I'm just reading what's coming out, okay? And all of these came out together, so let's see. We have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, the Ten of Wands after. Ten of Wands, which is better than the Nine of Swords. A lot of burdens. It's time to let them go. You're letting burdens go. You're coming to the end of something here, for sure. Eclipses do bring endings, and they represent endings, and things come to ends, you know, during eclipses. Is usually something we need to let go of. And if we choose not to, usually the universe will find a way to take it from us anyway. And then you have the High Priestess and the Empress here. If I didn't know better, I would almost say this was something that you were, not something, yeah, well, something, and almost feels like actual people that you've been holding on to. And it looks like there's some sort of remorse or regret. I don't think this has been a healthy situation here. That's what I see. This has not been a healthy situation at all. And it feels like you're holding on to energies. And what it's showing me here is that in the outcome, it looks like you're still holding on. But you see, the Grim Reaper is behind this person because they're holding on too tightly. They're not letting anything flow. And I'm getting like a lot of feminine energy is stuck as a result. Okay, Gemini, what is going on here? Are you holding on to a toxic relationship, maybe? Maybe even a third-party relationship? It's not, you know, a good time to let it go. We'll just say that. Let's see what, wild yam. Okay. Wild yams, huh? Card number 65, that's an 11. We have the Iris, card number 21, which is a 3. 11 is a 2, 2, 3. 2, 3, the High Priestess, the Empress. I'm feeling this is like a third party type of situation. Aloe Vera, card number 33. That is very toxic, at least for you. I don't know how it is for these other people involved. We got Elder on the bottom. That's your guides. Magnolia and Nettle. Yeah, your happiness is like being bound up by all of this. Whatever this situation is to you. Let's look at a couple of these oracle cards real quick. I'm going to look at Wild Yam, card number 65. It sounds like it might even be the last one in the book, and it is. Interesting reading, Gemini. All right, Silk of the Web. Wild yam weaves and vines their heart-shaped leafy magic through clearings in the forest. Wild yam is a potent messenger of balance, both in the human body and in the greater ecosystems in which we live. Wild yam is an ancient ally, teaching our endocrine systems to find balance while allowing elegant and effective communication between the biological channels our bodies use. Wild yam is a harmonizer working to preserve and maintain the beautiful web of natural order. Wild yam brings the news that every piece of the puzzle is important and every missing link affects all other things. Wild yam's presence reminds us that collective wellness is the only way, and without it, every living being and all parts of us will suffer and be thrown off balance. We must never believe the falsehood that we are separate from the whole. Wild yam is currently considered to be of at-risk status in the U.S. This ally is abundant in some places and scarce in others. This plant has long been relied on, and now it's time to care for its resurgence in the wild. Wild yam's message, one that calls for balance and restoration, one that has resounded through our physical bodies for generations, must now become our call to action on their behalf. If you are finding the need for equilibrium within your own body and within the greater network of ecological literacy, invite wild yam to your table or find your way to a clearing in their forest. Our net of life will not hold strong without heeding this call. There you go. Every piece of the puzzle is important. You got to take care of yourself here. You have to get out of this situation. And, you know, and I think by doing that, by freeing yourself of whatever this third-party situation is, it also frees these other people so that you can all kind of now come back to the collective as a whole person and, you know, into a more, because this is not healthy. What this is the opposite of healthy. This is boredom, this is nightmares, this is discontent, this is imprisonment, this is, you know, heaviness on your heart, heaviness on your soul, heaviness on your back, like literal heaviness. Weight, excess weight, the three. So let's, I'm going to get you, I'm going to pull you one from Future Happenings. And just see what kind of positive message we can look forward to. Here's the thing, like, you know, we're in the eclipse, so eclipses is fast acting energy. I think that it's great to let it go now. And, you know, who knows, maybe by whatever the extra energies are that are, you know, maybe it feels like, you know, High Priestess and Empress, that's like the water. That's like the love. That's like the intuition. That's the water that flows to the rest of the garden, right? So, and the rest of the collective, the rest of the movement. And when it's held up like this, you know, in us, we can't move on. So I feel like you're being given a perfect opportunity to let it go before maybe something does come in and take it away. You know, kind of like where you have a choice. For example, it just reminded me of a quick example. I had an opportunity, I'm going to call it an opportunity, years ago to move overseas. And I knew that opportunity for me was coming. And I knew that, you know, I could go voluntarily and make the best of it, or I could go involuntarily, right? And, you know, that allowed, if I went involuntarily, it would have been over quicker, but it wouldn't have been as enjoyable. I wouldn't have been able to get the full experience, right? And it was an opportunity. And so that's kind of what I'm getting at, is like, you know, this is feeling very much like one of those decision points for you. Like, it's a decision you don't necessarily want to make, but since you're going to have to make it, eventually, or the universe is, or God is going to make it for you. You know, you're getting an opportunity to make the best of it beforehand. I don't know any other way to put it. I feel like I'm missing a word here. Future happenings. You accomplish your management duties. You are discreet about personal affairs. Health conscious, Virgo. You focus on, Virgo eclipse. You focus on your dietary choices, your work strategies, and you gain speed. Oh, dropping excess baggage. Guess what? You're going to move like a Gemini should. And gain speed. Your professionalism sees a boost. Your leadership abilities become even more robust. You ensure that harmony prevails. Profits rise. Work on fortifying your connections. Oh, you work on fortifying your connections. Expect an upturn in stability. Nothing, oh my God, that's crazy. Go back, you have to go back and listen to Taurus's reading, because I actually, this is insane. I haven't picked these cards up and I don't know how long. Anyways, I'm just going to read you the quote. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. And I was saying this morning, something happened and I said, that's impossible. And as soon as I said it, you don't have to go back to Taurus's reading now, because I'm telling you, as soon as I said it, I realized that's not a word I use. I don't use the word impossible. I can't remember the last time that particular word came out of my mouth. So, but apparently, even if that word does or has been coming out of your mouth, you can switch it, because it means I'm possible. And that is basically, that is so weird, man. That is so trippy. Anyways, Gemini, this does not look like easy energy, and you know I love my Geminis. Gemini's always been one of my favorite signs. I think it's because, you know, Cancer rising, Capricorn sun, but I have a ton of planets in Sagittarius, which is opposite Gemini on the wheel. So if you put my sun in the first house, that puts Gemini in my day-to-day. So it's kind of like I have that dual experience, or that mind experience. Like I constantly need or prefer intellectual pursuits, you know, in my day-to-day, or I get kind of bored like this. But anyways, that has nothing to do with your reading, so I'm gonna leave that there. But I love you guys. I just I worry about this particular situation, and you know, I hope it works out for you. I think you'll do the right thing, one way or the other. I do. All right, you take care and good luck.